Hey traders, we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin and Ethereum market today, and I want to give you an update on some things that I've been talking about the last few months, or probably the last month or so, and why I believe that there is a massive crash coming within these markets, and also what Michael Burry said about these cryptocurrencies right now. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into what I'm seeing right now. I am neither a bull or bear when it comes to the cryptocurrencies. In fact, I've made a lot of money trading the cryptocurrencies, both shorting Bitcoin. I actually shorted Bitcoin a few years ago when it was actually in a bear market and made some good money from that. And I was also long Ethereum last year into this year and caught a good chunk of this upward move. So I'm not a bull or bear long term. I am a trader of these markets. So because for me personally, guys, I both have investing strategies where I invest long term, 2 or 3 or 4 years, have that sort of approach in the markets. And also I have my patterns that I trade. I have a couple of different patterns. Now, if you'd like to learn how I trade the markets, then just go to Johns, Johns, johnsfreetraining.com. That's johnsfreetraining.com. And I'll walk you through exactly how I trade the markets, my trading system, and I'll walk you through some important things that goes into becoming a good trader as well. johnsfreetraining.com. Looking at the Ethereum chart, for one of the things that I talked about probably about a month ago in the markets, or in one of my updates with Ethereum, is I said that what you want to do is you want to watch this RSI. Now, I don't normally look at the RSI that much, but it was just creating a pattern that I just could not simply ignore. And what was that? That was exactly what we're seeing here. And if I squeeze my charts up, you can see how we've actually got this trend line coming all the way up, and it was staying above it, staying above it, staying above it. It's like the market, right? Staying above it, and then suddenly, bam, we broke down. As soon as we broke down here, which was this candle right here, I knew that we're starting something major in the market. So we've actually broken down now. We're holding here now. Even if we did get a little bit of a rally, I expected to start to see a rollover and then a continuation on the downside when it comes to Ethereum there. Looking at that big picture on that weekly chart, here's that monthly chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. So as we can see on the weekly chart, guys, looking at Ethereum here, I do see Ethereum getting probably back down. Right now, we're actually holding quite strong at this previous high point here. But I believe we're probably likely to head back down towards, I don't know, probably down towards 800 or something like that when it comes to Ethereum. Now, for me personally, guys, I think Ethereum is so much more valuable than Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is going to be anything other than nothing, right? I don't think Bitcoin is going to be really anything. And that's just my point of view. The reason why I say Ethereum is because Ethereum's platform, it's like all these Bitcoins and all that sort of stuff was like, at least Ethereum actually has the platform there. And then suddenly you have a lot of these cryptocurrencies picking back or like running off the Ethereum platform. So to me personally is that once Ethereum actually has a big crash, the crypto that I'll definitely be buying up for a long term would be Ethereum. For me personally, I think Ethereum has so much more value in it because of its platform than Bitcoin. Now, guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think Bitcoin has got more value in it? Or do you think Ethereum? Because it seems like a lot of these cryptocurrencies are run off the Ethereum platform. And I'm not going to get into the details and all that sort of stuff, but that's what I see. And if I bring it back to the last time we actually had this situation here where the market was rallying up and I could draw a trend line on the RSI, look at this here. As soon as we broke this trend line, which was right there, let me see if I draw a straight line, like straight up and down like that there. There we go. If I can draw that, which would be right, where did it cross over? Just say right there. If I bring that down there, you can see here on my charts here, as soon as we cross below the line here, which was right there, that's when you knew you're starting to get a lot weaker because it stayed above it. Same for where we are right now when it comes to this market here. You can see that once again it was right, that line right there. As you can see, it was that line right there, or this candle here, and that's the reason why we've had a bit of a drop down. So the weakness has actually started in Ethereum. Now, once again, guys, looking at Ethereum, if we do get a big drop back down, which I do think we're likely to, because the fact of the matter is, guys, when we're looking at this one here and we're looking at Bitcoin, I truly believe that we are in the midst of a massive bubble, just like the .com age. And if I just bring up the good old this good old article from Michael Burry. Big short investor Michael Burry slams Bitcoin as a speculative bubble and says a crash is coming. And we're probably going to go through that. If you study history and you see this is exactly what happened when the new thing came out 20 years ago. What was that? That was the internet. And then suddenly you had what? Hundreds of companies were internet companies. .com, right? The launch of the .com, the launch of the internet, the launch of that. And suddenly what happened, right? We had a rocket ship up, rockets down, and a massive rocket ship up, just like we're seeing right now in the cryptocurrencies. And then we're probably going to have a massive crash down. So no FOMO. But I do believe there's going to be a handful, just like we see right now 20 years later, there's going to be a handful of cryptos out there that are going to be a major part of our life in 2030 and 2040. I actually personally believe Ethereum is going to be more likely to be one of those than Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin's Bitcoin, right? Whatever. But at least Ethereum actually has the platform. Anyway, at least Ethereum actually has the platform. Michael Burry describes Bitcoin as speculative bubble, blah, blah, blah. Right? So Bitcoin prices have surged to unsustainable levels and buyers have taken dangerous amounts of debt. And I know that for sure. I was speaking to one person recently. He has nothing to do with the stock market trading. He's just like, oh, buy it because it's a sure thing. I'm like, you serious? Really? Michael Burry cautioned in a recent tweet. Bitcoin is a speculative bubble and poses more risk than opportunities despite most of its proponents being correct in its agreements for why it's relevant, blah, 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 blah. Relevant at this point in history. The investors wrote before deleting the tweet. If you do not know how much leverage is involved in this in the run up, you may not know enough about it, he added. Burry's best for knowing about the big short there. In a tweet on Saturday, the Silicon Asset Management chief compared the hype Bitcoin to electric vehicles. Oh, maybe because that's the reason why he's short Tesla right now, right? He's short Tesla. Software as a service companies, okay, and the meme stocks like GameStop and so on and so forth. He also goes down here. He says those saying me and Charlie Munger and blah 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 and all these people, even Warren Buffett saying the same thing, right? Are saying that we are out of touch and not considering that we have seen this before. And not just once, he said, referring to recent warnings about this market speculation from Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's business partner, and so on and so forth. So if we can see, he's basically talking about what's happening right now in the stock market. And I also 100% agree with Michael Burry and Charlie Munger and so on and so forth. The writing is on the walls. And all you have to do is go back to when brand new things are started in the markets, like the .com, right? Like the internet, guess what? Now it's cryptocurrencies. And it's kind of a rocket ship up and a rocket ship down. And you're going to see 90% of the cryptocurrencies go out of business. Just like they did with in the .com days. So, guys, and once again, for me personally, when it comes to my investing, now when it comes to my trading, again, just go to Johns, JOHNS, freetraining.com, johnsfreetraining.com. I'll teach you my trading system. I'll teach you exactly what I look for when I'm when I'm trading the markets for an income. So again, johnsfreetraining.com, you'll learn that. I'll teach you all the details. Plus I teach you what goes into a good trader and also what turned me around from losing $250,000 in whole, losing $250,000 in debt in trading and to becoming a full-time trader. But anyway, that aside, I'll teach you that at johnsfreetraining.com. When it comes to my investing, I personally think that Ethereum has more value then more value than then comes the Bitcoin. I don't know why, guys, because I just see more value because of the actual platform Ethereum has. If I go to my Bitcoin chart, right? If I go to my Bitcoin chart, now the problem with bubbles, guys, is that you just never know when the top is going to be in. But once it ends, it's going to end really, really, really badly. And I don't see, if Bitcoin is supposed to be the digital currency, which it's not going to be a digital currency. Now, maybe, but I just don't see it's going to be a digital currency yet anyway, only because of a whole wide range of issues I'm not going to get into right now. You know, it's like, it only can do a certain amount of transactions at one time. You know, so it's actually quite slow compared to a lot of other payment processors out there when it comes to digital currency. It requires so much energy and all this sort of stuff that goes out there. So, you know, again, I think Ethereum is going to be more valuable than Bitcoin there. But if I go to my weekly charts here, you can see that we've had this rocket ship up. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw it back down here at 20,000, which is probably going to be major support level there. Now, again, for me, guys, personally, for me to buy and hold for the next, say, investing type of thing, one, I'm not in the market right now because it's just, I'm no FOMO. But when the market does start to see that the whole thing come down, and it will, I don't know, we could continue seeing up from here, but we will see that style of crash. Once we see that, that's when I'm gonna keep my powder dry and wait for that moment, and then I'm gonna swoop in and buy some amazing deals. So, but apart from that, guys, I'm not touching the markets until that. Again, guys, as I said before, I made good money on Bitcoin shorting it in the bear market a few years ago. I've also made a lot of money trading Ethereum recently on the bull run up. I got in, I got out, I've made some good money. Now I'm taking that powder, keeping it dry there, letting it sit there, waiting for a really good opportunity so I can swoop up and take some opportunities. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the chat box below. Let me know what you think about what's happening right now. And let me know what you think about the Ethereum versus Bitcoin here. Once again, personally, I think Ethereum is more valuable than, because it seems like a lot of these digital currencies are running off the actual Ethereum platform. So sounds like the base platform, and it sounds like it's more faster and so on and so forth, the Ethereum platform than actual Bitcoin itself. So anyway, guys, I could be completely wrong, and that's the beauty of this. Leave a comment below, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Once again, go to johnsfreetrade.com and I'll teach you exactly how I trade the markets, my trading system and all that sort of stuff. I'll teach you all the details. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe, and all that down home country goodness, and I will speak to you guys real soon.